All You Need to Know, the Bloomberg Quint podcast that prepares you for the day's business.
Good morning and thanks for listening in. This is the All You Need to Know podcast on Bloomberg Quint and I'm Alex Matthew. Today is the 8th of July. The number of coronavirus cases in India surged past 7 lakh yesterday, with over 22,000 cases having been added in the 24 hours to 8 a.m. yesterday morning. In Mumbai, which is a major hotspot for the pandemic, people can now get tested for the coronavirus at designated private laboratories without a doctor's prescription. The BMC also informed that those kept in institutional quarantine will be discharged only when they test negative for the virus. Testing without a prescription is thought of as a way of earlier identification of cases. Police last night arrested the Chief Executive Officer of LG Polymers India and its 2 directors and 9 other company officials in connection with the 7th of May styrene vapor leak incident at Visakhapatnam, in which 12 people were killed and 585 fell sick. According to a report by PTI, investigations disclosed that the incident at the M6 styrene storage tank took place due to the negligence of the persons who were arrested. The police believed that the people had knowledge that their acts were likely to cause death, according to the Commissioner of Police. He said that the case was still under investigation as reports from various departments have to be obtained and witnesses examined. The Enforcement Directorate has filed a money laundering case against GVK Group, Mumbai International Airport, and others to investigate alleged irregularities in the operations of the airport. The Central Investigation Agency has filed an enforcement case information report, which is the equivalent of an FIR under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, after studying a recent CBI FIR that has been filed against the same entities. A GVK Group spokesperson claimed that the company has not received any notice from the Enforcement Directorate. In other news, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has asked public sector companies to spend half of their targeted capex for the full financial year by September, as India looks for ways to boost spending to aid the recovery from the COVID-19 crisis. State-owned firms spent 12% of their full-year target of 1.65 lakh crore in April to June this year, according to a statement from the Ministry of Finance. Now, India will offer tax exemptions on returns that sovereign funds earn for investments in equity or debt into specified sectors. These include transport, logistics, energy, water and sanitation, communications, and social and commercial infrastructure projects. This will come into effect from the 1st of April 2021 and will be applicable for the assessment year 2021-22 and subsequent assessment years, according to a notification from the Finance Ministry. In corporate news, the board of Yes Bank has approved fundraising via a follow-on public offer. The bank made the announcement last evening in a notification which said that the board of the bank has agreed or approved raising funds by way of a further public offering, and that another meeting would be held on or after the 10th of July to consider and approve the price band and discount, if any, as permitted under SEBI regulations. In international markets, the massive rally in global equities finally halted last night, with US equity benchmarks declining between 0.9 and 1.5%. In the Asia-Pacific region, all 3 early risers have started today's session with minor cuts. And with that, it's over to Agam Vakil for the trade setup for the day in India. Good morning, Agam. How are we looking today?
Good morning, Alex, and good morning, listeners. Well, the SGX Nifty futures is indicating gains this morning, even though we have seen mixed cues from Asia, which means we're expecting a positive opening as far as Indian markets are concerned. But coming down to, stocks and news, and right at the top, we have another quarterly update. This one is from Titan. Well, the good news is that Titan has started seeing a recovery in sales as far as its jewelry is concerned. The watches remain slow. On an overall basis, about 83% of its total stores have opened and all manufacturing facilities have commenced operations. Even though production levels are low, it will be ramped up with a gradual increase in inventory. Moving on to the jewelry business specifically for Titan, the company says that the recovery is on its way and store reopening and recovery is better in non-metros as compared to major cities. But when it comes to jewelry sales for May 2020, that's nearly at 20% of May 2019. However, these sales have picked up significantly, and in June, they were 70% of the June of last year. Similarly, when it comes to watches, again, sales have not been that great, but there has been a significant recovery as far as the e-commerce and some of your modern trade channel sales have been concerned on watches. So on the whole, a positive outlook considering the kind of recovery that we've seen from Titan. Moving on, we have Maruti Suzuki, and it's reported its production levels. And for the month of June, it stands at around 50,000 units, a little over that, as compared to 111,000 units on a year-on-year basis. So nearly half of where it was as far as the June in the previous year is concerned. Moving on, Adani Ports and SEZ's board has approved raising of $1.25 billion via a dollar-denominated foreign currency bonds. So watch out for this one. This may have an impact. We also have CEAT, where well-known investment company Jwalamukhi Investment has reduced their stake in CEAT to 8.7%. from 10.9% from April 24th till July 6th. And finally, we have a couple of meetings lined up for a few companies, and we have Inox Leisure, which will meet Safe Partners today, and the management of Mahanagar Gas will meet Fidelity International tomorrow. Now, these are just some of the stocks we can watch out for as we move into trade today, but don't forget to go through our morning edition of All You Need to Know only on BloombergQuint.com.
Thanks, Agam. Well, that's all we have for you on this podcast, but as always, there's a lot more on the website BloombergQuint.com, so don't forget to check it out. This is Alex Matthews signing off.
I hope you enjoyed listening to All You Need to Know. Did you know that you can listen to the show on the IVM Podcast app? On the IVM Podcast app, along with this, we have a number of other shows which you think you'll enjoy. Listen to Cyrus Says with Cyrus Brocha as the host. Listen to Paisa Vaisa with Anupam Gupta. The Scene and the Unseen with Amit Verma, or Shunya One hosted by Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay and myself. Check out the IVM Podcast app to get more talk content that you will enjoy.